questions?
Fran, this was just extended, for 2 more years. What do you like about the Big Four Classic, and what does it do for your program?
Yeah, I'm sort of indifferent toward it. To me, it's just the next game on the schedule. In regard to whether or not we play that thing or not, I'm not part of that decision. So I like the fact that it's sold out. I do think from that standpoint, Scott, it's a great thing for a college basketball fan in the state. I think, they're enjoying watching all 4 teams come to one place. But as far as I look at it, it's just the next game on the schedule, and it's always going to be a good team. This year in particular, one of the best teams on our schedule.
What stands out about this UNI team? Is it the depth of defense, or what?
Well, it's like what you just said. It's a combination of things. It's you start with experience, okay, but that's not why they're having the kind of year they're having, and why they're going to eventually have the kind of year that they end up with, which is going to be special. They have pieces that fit, so they have quickness in the backcourt, they have shooters on the perimeter, they have big guys that can shoot the ball. They have a great post player, probably a guy who's going to be the player of the year in that league, in Tuttle, okay? And the thing I think that stands out to me is that they're all in. Whether they're experienced or whether it's Jeremy or Wyatt and the younger guys, they all accept whatever role has been given to them, and they share the ball. And I think that's, if you're going to play a lot of guys, which Ben does, you got to have guys that are willing to be the leading scorer one day and not the leading scorer the next day. And that's what they have. Every game it's two or three different guys seemingly. It could be 5 in doubles, because of the way they shoot the ball. But I think that's what's been impressive to me, is the way they share the ball.
What was practice like this week? How did you guys manage finals week?
What I do in finals week is, well, the first thing we do is give them 2 days off, 2 study days, and okay, get yourselves together academically and get prepared. And then what we'll do is we'll look at the schedules, and then we'll have practice when we can have people there. And then we just have practice. I don't look at it, this is a finals week practice. If we're having practice, we're having practice. Otherwise, we're not going to have practice. And that's kind of how I look at it.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask how you guys respond in that regard, how you guys respond.
They've been great. Yeah, they're very professional, I think, in that regard. Obviously we didn't play well in the last game, and I would like to think that if we did play well, you can still be professional in how you approach the next practice, knowing that you have another great team coming up in the next game. It doesn't really change anything in terms of how you prepare. You've got to be professional in your approach. You've got to be willing to honestly evaluate yourself, okay, and say, okay, did I do what I could do? And if I didn't, okay, well then I have to do better, don't I? And okay, how are we going to get there? That's where I come in. Okay, can my staff and I help you be better and understand something maybe you didn't understand or whatever? And it's such a long season. You can't get too high or too low, no matter what happens.
How do you guard a guy like Wes Washburn, who, coming off a career game against VCU, he's not missing from 3-point range, and he drives to the hoop. He's fearless. He's a fearless player.
Yeah, and it makes him that much harder to guard when he's surrounded with the shooters that they have and the big guys that they have. You've got to keep in front of you. It's the bottom line. And he's great at going by people, and they give him space, and they set screens for him, and his explosiveness has been very good. But he's finishing. He's making baskets, and he's getting the free throw line. He's making the free throws. So that's why he gets 27 against VCU. It's not all layups. It's not all jumpers. It's not all threes or free throws. It's a combination of all those things. That's how you get to 27.